Okay, so I pick up this Topps rookie 2009 James Harden. Should I wait till he retires to try to flip it?
I want to let the viewers know that I've been paying my mortgage for the last couple of years because of your free content. What is Panini going to do? Is it still going to be like non-licensed stuff? Are people going to want it? My biggest question is, when you go to a place to source or buy cars, if it's a car show or a shop, like, do you go in there with a very specific plan of who you're buying, or are you just figuring it out as you go?
Welcome to the Eric Michael Show, where we talk about business, sports cards, and all sorts of fun stuff like that. You can call into the phone number below while I'm live and ask me any questions. And in this special podcast, it's Wednesday. It's the day the National Card Show begins, and I'm actually flying out to it later tonight. I'll be there Thursday and Friday, and then my company has an event there on Saturday. However, I'm going to go over specifically how to make money at the National Card Show. So what I'm going to go over kind of applies to regular card shows and the National Card Show, but I'm going to specifically tailor it for the National Card Show. And also there's a free PDF below. There's no strings attached. It's just a free PDF. You can click the link in the description. It'll go over step by step on an actual Google Doc of exactly what I'm talking about. Now, this is how sports cards works, and specifically, or sports card shows. This is how they work. You have smaller ones, right? You have your local card shows that have like 80 tables, 100 tables. You have your bigger card shows, which are like the Dallas Card Show, the Chicago Sports Spectacular. You have the West Coast Card Show. There's probably a few others that I'm missing as well. And those card shows have about 500 to 800 tables, something like that. Then you have the National, which is once a year. It's the last weekend of July going to the first weekend of August. And I don't know the exact number. I'm guessing like 4,000 to 5,000 tables. It's like 5-10 times bigger than any show. It's insane. It's very overwhelming if you haven't been. Now, this is how to make money at the National. So, and this is what I've done for a long period of time, and it works. So, what'd you say? So, the problem with the National Card Show is the people that go there, the dealers specifically, spent a lot of money to get there, right? It's not cheap to set up. It's like $1,000 or $2,000, maybe more at this point, to set up. So, the people there know what they're doing, right? If you go to a card show and the dealers spent thousands of dollars to be there, they probably know what they're doing, right? And they're not going to leave you a lot of meat on the bone. So I do not go to the National Card Show to buy like raw cards to get graded. It's few and far between. It usually doesn't work out well for me. I go there to sell what I have, and also the trade nights at night, which I may or may not go to this time. So the way the card show works, it's like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Then afterwards in a hotel lobby, there's a big trade night. And this is where regular people, not dealers, mingle, get together. And it's a lot easier to do a deal with somebody that's a regular person instead of a dealer that's looking to get every penny from you. Doing deals with regular people, they give better deals. You're able to find better deals. It's pretty simple. Like if you go to a card show and you set up, you'll see people will come to you and they'll sell you stuff cheap. They'll sell you stuff to get graded. And that is where you can make good money. And also the National Card Show, if you want to sell stuff at the card show, in my experience, you have to time it up. So what I do with these bigger card shows is I time it up. So for example, at the National Card Show, I'm buying football in February, March, April. I'm buying stuff to get graded. I'm buying stuff, already graded stuff that's going to pump up in value. And then I bring it to the National Card Show. So I've had this prepped in my mind for a few months, knowing I'm going to go there. I'm going to cash out and I'm going to take the money and either go to the trade nights at night, or the only success I've had at the National Card Show with actually buying from dealers is buying like higher end stuff. So for example, something I might be looking to buy is basketball or baseball. Some of these guys that are down a lot in baseball, like Paul Skeens or Jackson Churio or guys like that, I have to look into my list a little bit more. But buying higher end stuff already graded, you could have some luck. Also going to trade nights, and then also simply just sometimes dealers just have good deals. Like you'll go look at their table and they'll be overpriced on a lot of cards, but one or two cards they'll be super reasonable on. By the way, if you guys have any questions, feel free to call in below. So what I'll do to kind of give you guys the best way I could think of to give you guys value, of how to make money at the National Card Show is let's take the next big card show. So the next big card show is the West Coast Card Show in late August. But the next one after that, there's probably a Dallas card show. But the next one I'm probably going to go to is the Chicago Sports Spectacular, which is in the same location as the National Card Show. Actually, it's just smaller. It's probably like 500 to 800 tables. And in November, I have to ask myself, okay, what can I sell in November? Well, November's kind of tricky, to be honest with you. It's not really a good time to sell. It's more of a good time to buy. So like October, November, December is a good time to usually buy because the market goes down as it gets closer to the holidays. So now that I'm thinking about it out loud, probably not the best place to go and sell your stuff. The Chicago Sports Spectacular, it's actually my favorite show. Is the reason I like it so much. It's a great place to buy. And then the Chicago Sports Spectacular again in March, it's a great place to sell. So sell baseball. So I'll like go there in November, buy a bunch of baseball, get it graded or already graded, whatever, hold it, and go back to the same show in March and sell it and make good money. Sometimes sell it to the same people that sold it to me. But yeah, so that's kind of like how to make money at the National Card Show and the landscape a little bit. The trade nights are like really good. So like just to kind of show you guys, let me share my screen here. If I share my screen right here, if you type in National Card Show trade, or you just look at the schedule, go to their website, you can see here that we have a bunch of stuff going on. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy that just how big this card show has really gotten. Yeah, so there you go. So the trade night schedule. So you'll see it's right after the card show. So for example, tomorrow the card show is 10 to 6. And then on Thursday, right after it, the trade night's from 6 to 11. And it's probably in, let's see where it is. I actually have no idea. Where is the trade night? Let's see. So, okay, so it's at the same convention center because the trade night's going to be pretty big. So it's probably the way this convention center works. It's right. You have a big, big like area for the card show, and there's probably a smaller area for the trade night where people are just kind of walking around, people are sitting on the floor, and people are just doing deals with each other. So that's kind of the landscape, and hopefully it kind of preps you guys for the next year if you plan on going. It's a lot of fun, even if you don't buy a card. It's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of great people. It's honestly a great time, and if you are going, feel free to say hi. You'll see me walking around with a bunch of people around me dressed like this. I'll probably be dressed in a jersey or something. Yeah, hopefully that gives you guys just a little bit of value. By the way, if you guys have a question, now I'll begin to. Oh, there's a caller, just in time. Hey, you got Eric? You're live. Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? What's your name?
This is Devon from Maryland.
What's up, Devon? How can I help you?
I just want to say, I appreciate the free information you give and
Yeah.
everything, and helping like big class guy like me and everything to make a little change, and everything. And I just have a couple questions. I just picked up this. I'm getting a little echo.
Oh yeah, there's been a little bit of an echo. I could hear you clearly, and the audience could. For some reason, there's been a little bit of an echo with some people, but yeah, you could just continue. I could hear you.
Okay, so I picked up this Topps rookie 2009 James Harden at a trade night event, and I got it for like $15. And I saw it on like PSA. It can be worth like 300. So like, I guess my question is, should I wait till he retires to try to flip it, or just flip it as soon as it's graded?
Nah, just flip it as soon as you grade it. It's not going to go up or down a lot if he retires. Like you'll see, even if LeBron retires this year, like people are anticipating it. So it's not going to go like it's already factored into his price that he's going to retire. Like LeBron, like people will try to sell his cards when he retires, but it does nothing to the value. It's kind of like if someone gets inducted to the Hall of Fame, like LeBron, for example, nobody cares. It's already factored into his price. Like everyone knows LeBron's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? So just sell it as soon as you get it back from grading.
Talking from a distance. I don't know what
Oh,
messed
wait,
up.
wait. Sorry. Did you hear what I said? The
Uh,
Bluetooth cut out for a second. Did you hear what I said, or should I go
yeah,
back?
you could go back.
So just simply put, sell it because it's already factored into his price. Like if LeBron
Uh huh.
retires and he goes to the Hall of Fame, everybody knows he's going to the Hall of Fame. Therefore, it's already baked into his price, and like nobody cares. Everyone knows it's gonna happen. So, sell it is the simple answer.
Okay, yeah, and I appreciate it. And I got one more question. I don't want to take up too much of your
Yeah, go
time.
for it.
So, were you saying on like the last one of the last live streams you did, like stop buying basketball around August 7th? So, what should I transition into buying after
Uh,
August 7th?
yeah. So you want all your basketball. So you just want all your basketball sold before the basketball season begins. So like early August is a safe spot to stop doing that. And then what I would do, so you could buy lower end some of the baseball stuff that's come down in value, or Pokemon. Like it's a weird time because you're not really buying football. You could buy like you could begin to buy higher end basketball and use like the $40 or $75 service level, so it gets back to you
Okay.
quicker. Or Pokemon, or honestly, a lot of my students have been making a lot of money with Topps Chrome Disney. It sells like crazy. I promise you, the Topps Chrome Disney stuff goes hard. It's crazy. But that you could buy that stuff. Like I actually think it's such good value, like the Pokemon and some of the Disney stuff. I think 20% of people's purchases, at least this is what I tell people in my program, should be Disney. Or you could also buy like 2024 Otani stuff. That stuff is just pretty
Okay.
stable. Or you could, like I said, lower. You could get into baseball and find the guys that are down in value, like maybe Skeens or Jackson Churio, and I would need to look at who's down. I haven't looked in a little bit, but guys like that.
And then when you're buying, like, say somebody's like on like a tight budget
Yeah.
and everything, should I just like narrow in on a player and buy those cards instead of like going through the list and buying like one of each player that you list off?
How tight's your budget? What's your budget for buying cards?
I want to say like right now, like 300.
Honestly, what I would do, do you have a job?
Yes.
What do you do for work?
I work for this nonprofit about children.
So like, and I assume your goal is to turn sports cards into a side income.
Yeah.
So what I would do personally, like, and this is just a personal preference. So I'm like a pretty intense person. So because of that, like $300, you could begin to like, nickel and dime your way and start to make some money, but it'll take too long. Like to really like get the ball moving. Like I'd say like $2,000 or more is like really where you want to be at. So what I would do is like, sports cards is not like it takes 30 to 60 days, right, to see profits if you're going to send cards in for grading. But what I would do is pick up side jobs on the weekend. I'd forget about cards for like 2 months and just be as cheap as possible. Don't eat out. Pick up, do DoorDash on the weekends. You'll quickly save it. Do DoorDash every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you'll make $200 a day if you do it for like 8 hours a day, and just save that money, pile it away, do it for 4, 5, 6 weekends in a row. You'll save up a few grand, and then start to buy cards. You'll give yourself like a much bigger runway and a much like bigger pool of money to make money, because when you're only dealing with $300, it's like every purchase you make is so important and you can't take any type of risk. So me
Okay.
personally, I wouldn't even buy a card for 2 months. I would like DoorDash or Uber for 2 months straight on the weekends. Don't do anything else. Save every single penny you could. Be as cheap as possible. Save up a few grand and then get into it.
Okay.
But you can still buy cards for $300. Don't get me wrong. I'm just telling you what I would do.
All right. I feel that. Well, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, nope.
Keep doing good work.
Yeah, thank you, dude. I
Keep
appreciate
going,
it. All right, you have a good one. I'll talk to you later. I think it cut out there at the last second. There's been an echo. Some people have complained about an echo on their end, but it's not on our end. Which on we got a few callers here.
This is Josh.
Hey, what's up, Josh? You got Eric? You're live.
Oh, hey Eric, how you doing?
What's up? Have we spoke before or no?
We have.
We have. Okay.
We had a Zoom call.
We did?
Yeah, about your program.
Like you and I, or was it one of the salespeople?
It was you and I.
Oh, okay. Well, if you don't mind me asking, what's your last name? So I can remember better.
Malcolm.
What is it?
Josh Malcolm.
Malcolm.
OLM.
Josh Malcolm. Your voice sounds familiar.
It was a while. I signed up on the program. I was like, kind of got cold feet. I don't know if I want to commit that much for this, etc.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Are you in the academy?
I was temporarily, but I'm looking to get to it.
Wait, can you like take your phone off speaker or put it on speaker? It's a little choppy. Just do the opposite of what you're doing.
How about this? I'll just leave it off speaker. Does that work better?
That's better. Cool. So what'd you say?
Okay. There is a little bit of an echo on my end, but
Yeah, I don't know why that's been happening. Well, we'll get it fixed, but I could hear you clear. So you're saying you got cold feet. Did you buy are you in the academy?
currently I'm not, but I'm looking to get back in.
Ah, you're back. I actually have here in my notes that you purchased it and then we gave you a refund. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
And when you did that, I was like, all right, this company's probably legitimate.
I like to think so. Everyone, it's yeah. I have so many things to say about that, but yeah. Like people. It's funny. Like people online. Like I assume like you're a skeptical person, right? You see the ads and you see the content. You're like, oh, does this shit actually work, right? We all are, and people have it backwards. Like I am not out here to make as much money as possible in the short term, right? Obviously, when people pay me money for my program, I love it, right? Because I'm here to make money too. But what's in my best long-term interest and the reason we've grown to the point we're at, like we just purchased a 5,000 square foot headquarters. We have like 50 employees. You only get to that point if you actually have a good product and people talk about it, because negativity spreads 10 times faster than positivity, right? So in like high school, right, when someone cheated on their girlfriend, everyone talks about it and like it spreads like wildfire. But if someone donates to charity, nobody gives a shit. I'm not saying that to be a bad person. That's just the reality, right? So like if people are purchasing from us and the product we're giving them is not getting results, people are going to talk, and that's going to spread 10 times faster than the good reviews and the good results. So like part of what has brought you back, or part of why you purchased in the first place, and then I guess we gave you a refund, is because you saw the good reviews, right? You saw the testimonials, right? Everybody's skeptical, right? Everyone sees this content and sees the ads and like, oh, here's another guy, he's just promoting something he's never done before. But it's actually in our best interest to make people as much money as possible, because that's what makes us the most money as well. But anyways, that's a side rant.
No, it's good. It's good. No, I think you have a good product. I really do. I've watched the shows regularly.
Yeah, why'd you opt for a refund when you first bought it?
To be frank with you, at first I just didn't. I think there was that feeling that I think I can do this. I don't know if I need to commit $2,000.
Yeah,
and I can just watch the free content and get through it.
Oh, you could. Yeah,
and to some extent, you can have success. But the reason why I'm considering getting back into the program and committing, especially now that I have more time, I finished school, is that you have a solid direction each month or each quarter to know what you should be buying, what you shouldn't be buying, where to focus.
So,
and I think when you're on your own, that can become very difficult.
Yeah. So that's funny. This call excites me, what you're saying. But do you have a job?
Yeah. I'm a senior account manager for GE.
Okay. So you have a job. You make probably decent money. I assume you're not poor. And
No.
this is the question. People like amaze me, right? So like, there's people, the average person, who's like 40 years old, probably has like the average white collar, busy professional probably has about like $30,000 to $50,000 in the bank, right? Obviously, could be way more, way less, right? And this is just what amazes me about people. And I want you to tell me, because this is something I like have never been able to understand ever since I started this business. So like, right, you're right. Every single thing in that program is in my free content somewhere. You're right. It's like I say everything. I don't hide any of it, right? However, the reason you purchase a program is for direction, which equals speed of success, right? So like, as you probably discovered, right, you're digging through my content, trying to figure this, trying to figure that. As with the program, right, it's just in not chronological, but like just step by step. And you have a coach just guiding you and telling you what to do, right? And then you have a community you could lay back on. So, for example, just to give like a very direct example, let's say your goal is to make $2,000 in profit a month, right? Let's just pretend that's your goal. With the free content, right, there's a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of digging around. There's a lot of doing this, doing that. Like, who should you listen to? Who should you not listen to? It might take you 9 months to get there. Let's pretend. However, with purchasing a program and having like actual guidance and a coach holding your hand, you do it right away, right? Because you don't make mistakes. Maybe you make a few mistakes in the beginning. So you're not paying for information that's just not out there online. Everything I say is out there online. You're paying for direction and speed of success. So people that value their time purchase programs. People that are like super skeptical and just won't part with a dollar because I think everything's a scam, these are the people that usually don't get ahead because they're just so hell-bent on like not spending any money, when in reality, it's very ironic because the same person spent $120,000 on college to learn how to make $5K a month, right? Because that's the average income in America. So it's very like interesting, like the dynamic. Like, did you go to college? I assume you did because you just said.
Yeah. I went to school, Arizona State.
Yeah, so like I assume that probably wasn't cheap, right? Even I would imagine.
No, probably like 50,000.
Yeah, so like imagine Josh, I said to you, imagine you got on the phone with a salesperson and they said to you, "Okay, Josh, this is $50,000. You're going to make 5K a month. You probably make more, but I'm just giving you the average income in America. You're going to make 5K a month, but you have to wait 4 years to make a penny." You'd laugh. You'd be like, "What the fuck? I'm out of here. I'm not doing that." Right? But like, meanwhile, a coaching program that's a few grand and you can actually start to make money right away and learn a valuable skill, people freak out. But it's the same person that spent 100 grand on college to wait 4 years. And you could probably agree with me that most of the classes you took in college are not applicable to what you do today. Right? And it's funny when you think about it like
it's
that.
funny. I've heard your thoughts on education, and to some degree, I would have to agree with you. In fact, it's funny because I was thinking about the certificate programs that I'd taken with hands-on work, and I felt like I learned more from those than paying $2,000 a class.
Yeah, you're right. But now think about it. It's like Arizona State. I could tell you from Rutgers University where I went, right? So I studied finance and statistics. So, but they make you take all these classes, right? Like communication and expository writing and science and dance and all this bullshit, right? Why do they do that? Well, simply they want to keep you there longer, right? They just want you to give them more money. They're a business, just like Major League Profits, right? It's a business. So like, if imagine I made you learn like Facebook ads and like construction and all this bullshit that was not related to sports cards to finally learn sports cards. You would call me a scam, right? Of course, you should.
Oh yeah, for sure, right?
But colleges do the same thing, but we don't look at them as a scam because college has been embedded in society. Everything you learn in college to get out and with a proper finance degree easily could be learned in a year, maybe a year and a half, maybe like 3 semesters. But they make you do all the bullshit, right? And they tell you it's for your own best interest because you're a more well-rounded person. But last time I checked, Dance in Europe, which is a class I took, did not make me a better person. Did not make me more well-rounded. It actually made me angrier at the school system. But like, it's such a funny dynamic.
It is. No, and I could talk all day about that with you because that is true.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
but
anyways,
one question I
yeah,
had
go for
before
it.
one thing I found that was difficult, and I guess I'm curious how your program helps with this, is when I search for cards, and I like to usually buy on eBay.
Yeah.
But when I look at cards, they look great, they look sharp. People do get irritated when I ask for pictures.
Yeah, that'll happen.
But then I get them, I put them under magnification, and then I'm like, there's a ding or a little edge issue. And so then I'm like, all right, I guess I'm throwing it back up on eBay to sell. Uh, what is the success rate, even with the direction? You're buying cards. You saying buy 7, 8 at a time to increase
Like
your
I'd say,
odds of one card?
yeah, you want to keep it consistent, right? Like I always say, like the minimum, like I tell people that join the program, like buy one every business day at the minimum, right? If you're gonna give us money, let's make it worth it, right? Let's not buy one card a month, like one a business day, so 5 a week, and that'll get the ball moving. Obviously, more the merrier. Like there's students like that buy 200 the first month, and I don't even know how they do it, but so yeah, but you just want to keep the ball moving, and also, so I mean, there's multiple things like. So I guess this is why I sell a program to answer this question. But so there's multiple things, right? So number one, you're probably being too picky. No card is perfect. Very few are perfect. If there's one small thing wrong with the card, you're probably good. Unless, in my experience, there's a corner problem. PSA is hardest on corners. Make sense?
Yeah, right.
So
Corners. Okay. I do scrutinize them quite a bit,
yeah,
but once in a while, you get a 6 and you're just pretty upset about it, right?
yeah, and that'll happen, right? So corners are the biggest thing, right? You need the corners to be like pretty close to perfect, right? That's what you want to look for. If there's one surface dimple or one small edge chipping, that's okay. Like still send it in. Like the reality of sports
Okay.
cards and grading, it's subjective, right? It's a human doing it. If his wife yelled at him in the morning because he said something stupid, he may have a bad day because of it. He may just give less tens because of it, right? These are humans with emotions, as opposed to the opposite, right? If someone's having a good day, they're in a better mood, they might give you more tens. So at the end of the day, it's an educated guess. But if there's one small thing wrong with the card and that's it, generally, you should still send it in. But it's give and take, right? So there's certain products that are really hard to grade, like a Silver Prism Jaden Daniels. I think they grade it like 10 to 15%. So that card usually has tons of things wrong with it. But if you find one where the card's pretty damn perfect, but there's one tiny dimple, send it in. However, if you're buying a card that's relatively easier to grade, let's take Pokemon, for example. I forgot there's a card I was looking at, and 60% of them get a 10. This card is actually pretty incredible. It's like called Cynthia's Garchomp or something. It sells for $200 raw, but a PSA 10 is $600, and 58% of them get a 10. Pretty good, right? But that card needs to be damn near perfect, right? There's something wrong with it. The grader's going to be like, well, these cards are easy to grade. This is not going to 10. So it's like give and take depending on how hard the card is to grade. And then also number 3, it's just a lack of skill, right? It's just you're new to it. You're going without guidance. I mean, you're using the free content, which is great. But there's going to be a trial and error period, right? Just even if you've never shot a basketball before, and I, show you the proper form and how to do it, you're still going to stink, right? So you've done it a bunch. So there's also that.
Yeah, right. Well, that's good feedback. I'll I think I need to just sign back up on the program and push through, especially now that I have a lot more time to focus.
Cheap. We make it cheap. The first program's cheap, man. You make more than enough money. I'm not afraid to tell people, like, when the program doesn't make sense, like someone just called in and their budget was like a few $100s to buy cards. I tell them, don't buy the program. Don't waste your time. But like someone like yourself, like you probably value your time, right? You probably have like a lot of shit going on, right? You have a full-time job. Like, why are you wasting time, which is also costing you money? Because if you think about it, I feel like I'm on a freaking like sales call right now, like selling somebody. But if you think about it, right, like your goal is to make as much money as possible. And if it takes you a year to start making $2,000 a month versus next month, that's an 11-month window, an 11-month period. You could be making $2,000 a month that you're not. So you're costing yourself money in the long term. You're just like, maybe you just asked your uncle or aunt or friend if you should buy the program, they made fun of you. But something you have to realize is that,
No.
yeah, so like that'd be
I
my,
think it's a smart idea. I don't know why I stopped. I think I just had so much going on at the time, which was more of a reason why I should have stayed or been in it.
yeah, and the program's lifetime, yeah. But yeah, I mean, someone like yourself, you're wasting your time not getting guidance. And again, it goes for, anything, not just sports cards, but if you look into getting into real estate, like don't go at it yourself. You could cost yourself a lot of money. Like pay the money up front to learn the coaching to save yourself much more money in the long run, right? Whatever it is. Like take it from me. Like sports cards, I got lucky. I had a mentor when I first started. It was my friend. Uh, but like Major League Profits, I had no idea how to build a business. I knew nothing about content and marketing and sales teams and blah, 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 blah. And all I did was spend money on coaching and consulting and paying people who have similar businesses but are much bigger than me. And you can see how big we've gotten. So that'd be my sales
Yeah.
pitch to you. But yeah, I would
No, I
if
love
I were
it.
you, I would do it.
Okay, yeah, we'll have one of your. Well, I'll go online and see. I can't remember the number.
Yeah, I could I mean, do you want one of the salespeople to call you after this?
Yeah, have them give me a call. I got a meeting starting though in 20 minutes, but yeah, have them call me
Yeah,
sometime today
I'll
or
give one of
tomorrow.
them your number. One of the coaches. Maybe I'll have one of the coaches call you, so you're not like pestered by a salesperson.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it, Mike.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, any other questions?
No, that's it. I think. I mean, like I said, it's just eBay's been a little tough, but the card shows have been great
Yeah. Oh yeah,
because I can see the card.
Yeah, card shows are good. It's not. Trust me, eBay's not tough. It's just a lack of skill, and a lack of doing it
Okay.
for a period of time. That's all it is. I mean, I have students that only buy on eBay. Like I have a student that bought 200 cards his first month. He never He never went to a card show. Never Facebook. He's anti-social media. It's all eBay. And a lot, like 50 of the cards are Pokemon. There's a bunch of mixtures of sports. Like there's more than enough stuff out there. It's just that
Okay.
your eye is just
Well, and
not
I'm not
catching it.
casting a larger net either. I'm focused on baseball, and I need to branch out to the other sports.
Yeah, that's another thing, right? And also, like you've heard me say this a few times, but like, like Topps Chrome Disney crushes, Pokemon crushes. So like, there's so much other to
Yeah, that's
just
amazing.
yeah. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazier than you
Wow.
think. And these cards are not hard to grade, and they're very, very liquid, right? The thing about Pokemon, like buying a card of Pikachu, he's not playing a game. He's not going to get injured. He's not going to get arrested for drunk driving. So you're not in any rush to sell it. It's always liquid, and it doesn't matter when the season starts because there is none.
And then with your program, maybe you can answer this. If I buy cards, are are your students just auto shipping them to you
It's
guys?
50-50. Some do it themselves.
50/50.
Some, yeah, it's 50-50. Some students like
If
to
it
do it.
doesn't jam, do you guys just auction it for them, or?
Well, we could, but it's your decision as to what to do. It's just
Okay.
50-50. If you have an extra like hour or 2 hours in the week to ship cards yourself, I would recommend doing it yourself. You make more money, things go faster,
Okay.
you're able to see the cards, you have more control. As opposed to us doing it, you have less control. It takes a little bit longer, right? Because we don't send in cards. We send them in bigger orders. So it's just, and we make money, more money if you use us. But like, I recommend if you have the time to do it yourself, you should do it yourself.
Okay. All right, man. Well, looking forward to starting this up again
Did I
with
sell you?
your
Did I
program.
sell? Did I sell you back into the program?
Yeah, I think so. I think I sold myself too when I was like, okay, I need to ramp this up, or
Yeah.
I need a more efficient process.
Well, I can tell you this: we've never given someone, people who refund come back all the time. Like what you're saying is very common. We've never given someone 2 refunds. That'd be a record for us. So don't be that guy.
That's great.
But cool,
Hey,
yeah,
man, I appreciate you taking
yeah.
the
I'll
call.
have someone shoot you a call. Tell them to shoot you a call in like a few hours.
All right, that sounds great.
All right.
Thanks.
Sounds good. Talk to you later. I'll see you
ya, bye.
inside. Bye. That's funny. That's a funny one. That's a good one. I felt like I did a good job selling. I've done sales here and there, as you could probably tell. We were just calling people back. There's a big queue of people.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? You got Eric? You're live.
Hey, this is Shane from Detroit.
Shane from
I
Detroit.
called on Monday. I wanted to let your viewers know that I'm not a paid guy to say what I said. But I want to clear something up.
Yeah.
You said that I was paying one mortgage. I want to let the viewers know that I've been paying my mortgage for the last couple of years because of your free content.
Yes.
But my question I didn't get to ask on Monday.
Yeah.
So with Topps taking over, or Fanatics, whatever,
Yeah.
what is Panini going to do? Is it still going to be like non-licensed stuff? Are people going to want it? Or is it going to be like Panini's rare stuff and they're done?
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. I'd imagine they're still gonna print like Prism, but it's gonna be unlicensed, and people are just gonna want it way less, and the cards are gonna sell for less. I'd imagine that's what they're gonna do, and they still have the rights to soccer and maybe UFC, so they're still gonna print those cards and try to go hard with soccer. I would guess. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in the company, but I would guess that's what's gonna happen. But if they do print Prism unlicensed, like Topps Chrome, I'd imagine that's what Topps is gonna produce for basketball. For that's gonna be like the staple product instead of Prism.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of nervous about it, but
no, it'll be great. Like Topps Chrome. Like when I first got into cards, like Topps Chrome was great with like Derek Carr and Jameis Winston and Todd Gurley rookies. Like this is back in 2015. It crushed Marcus Mariota. Oh man, I made so much money on Marcus Mariota 10 years ago. But yeah, no, it'll be fine. I think it'll actually be better because Topps, like Panini's just like producing too much shit. I think Topps is a much better understanding of the hobby, especially because it's owned by Fanatics and Ruben over there. I think he just has a better gist of what to do. I'm actually excited for it.
Yeah.
I actually think it's going to be better.
That makes me feel a little better. So I talked to my wife. I'm thinking about taking the next step and joining your program here in the next couple months.
Oh man, we got another one.
So if I'm spending $2 to $3 grand a month already purchasing raw and turning it into five grand, I can probably start your program, huh?
Oh yeah, you got more. Yeah. It would just put it on steroids. What you're already doing. If you're already making money, like there's students that'll come in the program and they're already making like a few grand a month just flipping raw cards. Yeah. I don't even understand how people do that, but I guess it could be done. And it just puts it on steroids. Like you already got the hard part down. You just need the easy part of grading and getting that system down. But yeah, I would, for someone like you that's already doing that, I would recommend it. It's just gonna add on to what you're doing.
Yeah, I talked to the wife about it. She's kind of excited about it too. She's on board. I'm just gonna get some, extra money plotted in the bank so I can really get down.
Yeah, I wouldn't join unless you have an extra like 2-3K cash or credit to spend on cards. That's what I would do.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. Sounds like it's good.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll see you inside. If you have any questions, feel free to call back in.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Good luck.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Feels like I'm paying these people. This is crazy. I feel like this is what happens when you actually give free, valuable, good content. Hey, what's up? You got Eric? You're live.
Hey, Eric, it's Adam from Arkansas.
We spoke, right?
Yes, I've called it one other time.
Yes, you sound familiar.
All right.
But cool, go for it. What's your question?
So I'm relatively new to the hobby.
Yep.
And flipping. So my biggest question is, when you go to a place to source or find cars, if it's a card show or a shop, I find myself kind of getting overwhelming with the amount of options.
Okay.
Like, do you go in there with a very specific plan of who you're buying, or are you just figuring it out as you go?
I go in there with a plan. I try to, but it never goes according to plan, and I just end up buying what's good deals. Like I just go to card shows. Really, at the end of the day, I buy anything that's cheap. Sometimes you'll just find cards at like 70 or 80% of comps. I'll also buy stuff to grade, and then with the high end stuff, like if I'm buying like higher end cards already graded, that's where I'm really picky. So like the National Card Show I'm flying out to tonight, and it starts today, but I'll be going tomorrow. I'm very picky with what I'm looking to buy. Like maybe a select few guys in baseball that are higher end, and some higher end basketball, possibly like Wembanyama, like Cade Cunningham, Bankero. I'm missing one name too. That the high end stuff is where I get picky. Like when I'm talking about cards that are like $2,000 plus. The lower end stuff, not as picky. It's kind of like I'm just buying good deal stuff to get graded, etc.
Okay, so I guess my next question is,
Yeah.
like I'm dealing in a lot of smaller and stuff. I just did my first submission at the SGC
Hey Adam,
last.
you sound very muffly. Are you like in a tunnel or something, or in a boat?
Let me turn off my Bluetooth.
Yeah, if you could put it on like speaker on your phone or something, if you could.
All right, what about now?
Ha, much better.
Okay, so I deal in a lot of smaller and stuff. I'm not buying several $1,000 cards, but what I am doing
Yeah.
is picking up all the rookies, like different variations, silvers, pinks, freedoms, whatever. And then I'm sending those off to get graded. I sent 26 cards last week. It'll be my first submission.
Nice.
And I know everyone that sends cards thinks they're 10s, but I feel like they're really good. Now, my next question is like the smaller guys like Xavier Worthy, Xavier Leggett, some of the receivers that aren't quarterbacks that are only $5 to $15 cards raw. Is it still worth sending all those, even if you're only making, $20-$30 a card?
No. You want to at least double your. Generally speaking, those cards are not going to be worth it to get graded. You want to, my rule, double your money at least after fees, right? So if a card's $15 and you're spending $20 to get it graded, do the math. You want to at least double your money from what you're into it, and then also keep in mind, I'd follow the timing that I talk about. So if I were you, I would not be buying football right now, because you're gonna get it back mid-season. Though most cards will probably be worth less.
Okay, and I would say 95% of the cards I sent were all rookie quarterbacks, and it was Drake May silvers, or it was Caleb Williams numbered. That's a variation. That are all kind of higher end. Like I sent a Michael Penix Jr. glitter. I sent a Drake May glitter. Some that if they gem are worth $400 to $500. And I want to know if I'm on the right path.
Yes, that is. As long as that stuff comes back before football, yes, you're on the right path. That's the right type of stuff. But it's just a matter of. It would be a matter of me looking at the actual cards and seeing, are these cards in condition good enough where it could get a 10?
Okay.
Or is it not? Like, you're buying the right stuff.
Okay. And that's why I sent it to SGC, because I can get it back in 20-ish days.
Yep.
I knew if I sent it to PSA, it would be way too late into the season.
Yeah. So that's a good idea. Sending to SGC, you'll make a little bit less money, but you'll be able to sell it before the season starts.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess my biggest question was going into card shows or shops, like knowing exactly what names you're looking for. And that's what I should be doing.
Yeah. Not names, just like sport you're buying and type of card. So like if I was going to a card shop and I'm looking to buy cards to get graded, right now I'd be looking for like Pokemon or basketball or maybe baseball. And basketball, like Prism for the most part, like the rookies from 2024.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
Yep. So it's not like you don't need one specific player, just the correct sport.
All right, sounds good. And I appreciate it, Eric. Keep doing the great work. I'm going to hop back on here and finish watching the live.
Sounds good, dude. Keep doing your thing.
All right, later.
All right, bye. Keep calling people back. Moving along.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? You got Eric? You're live?
I got Eric. I'm live. How you doing, sir?
What's up, dude? What's your name?
Brian.
Brian. That's my brother's name. How can I help you, Brian?
I have one very specific question.
Okay.
And then I have a couple other ones.
Yeah.
I pulled out of 15 Ryan Sandberg the day before he passed. It's pretty good shape. I'm not sure if I should send it off or I should just capitalize.
What kind of card is it?
It's a Dunross Milestones Green Ice.
What year is it from?
This year, 25.
Is it autographed?
No, it's out of 15.
See. Let me just see. Yeah, I wouldn't grade that card. I would just sell it.
Cool. Okay. You spoke with a guy earlier. He answered a bunch of my questions. I guess really I want to know what you think the best sites to buy, the best sites to sell are. I know you did a lot of your business on Facebook.
Yep. So, best site to buy, eBay. Best place to sell, Facebook. But that's sites. Like the actual best way to do business is like going to card shows, Facebook, eBay, and getting people's contact information and doing deals with people via like text message and building those relationships because you get better deals. When you sell stuff, people pay you no fees. It's very easy. It's seamless. You don't have to freaking post stuff and wait. That's actually the best place, like building connections. But to start building those connections, eBay is the best place to buy. Facebook, in my opinion, is the best place to sell. Also, I don't, technically speaking, card shows are the best place to do anything because it's the highest leverage in your time. I went to a card show in Tampa over here where our headquarters is for an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And I bought 4 cards. 3 of them are worth getting graded. I think they're all going to 10 and I should make like $600 to $800, I think. And it took me an hour. So that's the highest leverage in your time. But then again, you have to drive there. Obviously card shows aren't every day and that's not a site.
I don't know whether you're from here, Long Island. Where are the card shows around here?
Where are you from in Long Island?
I live in Mount Sinai.
Okay, Major League Profits was built in Patchogue, New York.
Yes, I know. I've not been to there though.
Yeah, it's a good place, and it was built in the Village Apartments across the street from Meatball. It's like on the main street in Patchogue. Which is kind of funny.
Where it is.
So, okay, so I see. Well, there's a card show coming up in Babylon.
Is there?
Yeah. So I'll type in the best place to find card shows. Type in card show calendar on Google. And then there's a website called sportscollectordigest.com. I'll share my screen and show you as well, just so you can know. So it's this site. You click New York, and I know obviously Long Island's a specific part of New York, but right, Babylon, obviously that's in Long Island. There's one in Staten Island, but this looks like it's more Pokemon. And there's a phone number you could call and ask. Is it sports cards, right? Is it, what type of stuff is there? How many tables? There's one in Queens, New York, right? That's obviously next to you. Babylon again. Seems like there's a local show in Babylon. And then I believe there's another one called the East Coast National Card Show. Let me see if they still do it. I was never a fan of that card show, but yeah, so the East Coast National this is the biggest one by you. And it is in White Plains, which is like an hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's August 16th to 18th, it looks like. So that's the biggest one. But the reason I don't like it as much, there's too much vintage there, and the people are like old and grumpy. But it's still not bad. It's still pretty solid.
All right, man. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions?
I think that's it. Have
cool.
a great day.
Well, go crush it out there.
Working on it. One day at a time.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Is there another? No other callers. All right. Let me see if there's any questions in the chat to answer here. Do you recommend grading a card with a value less than $5? No. Still sitting on a ton of base from years of buying. Is it worth even listing? Worth the time or money? You could send that stuff to ComC or Quick Consign. That stuff will help you out a lot. But I guess to give you guys some value, it's always valuable seeing me buy cards. Let's mess around with some stuff here. So I'll take 1 or 2 more callers. I'll let you guys call in the phone number below. But so something I've been using a lot, I think I talked about this in a few episodes ago, is gemrate.com. This tells you the percent chance a card is going to get a 10 or not. So let's look at some Pokemon. So I know one specific card that's really good. It's this one, Garchomp, Cynthia's Garchomp. Check this one out. This is pretty cool. This card sells for $230 raw, and a 10's like $640. Pretty good, right? And if you go here, so this card's $232 out of 182. If you go here to Universal Search and you type in Garchomp 232, you could see this card, 60% of them grade a 10. Right? That's pretty freaking good. This is the card I was talking about earlier. So, 60% of these cards are getting a 10. And raw sells for $231, and 10s sell for, you could see they're going down a little bit, but $640. Pretty good, right? So you can go to eBay, type in Garchomp 232. This is the Pokemon card. And you can see there's a bunch ending in auction, and some will end a little bit higher or lower depending on the condition, obviously. But like this one, let's see. So you need the centering to be perfect. So this one actually, that centering looks pretty good. This card looks pretty freaking clean. Let me see if they grade cards. They probably don't grade cards. I mean, none of their cards are graded. Let me just look at the highest. I'm always sketched out when oh, this is Steve Aoki. That's Steve Aoki. That's funny. I don't know if he grades cards or not. I know he's big into Pokemon though. I doubt he's grading a card. He doesn't care about $200. But like, this is a great card. I don't know why it's selling for so high though. Let's see, near mint. You can see these sales are kind of all over the place depending on. Yeah, this card's is high. Maybe it's because it's from Steve Aoki. It's selling for higher. I'm going to stay away just because it's selling for too high, but it's a good card. Let's see. This card, a Pokemon. This is the same card. Yeah, this card's off-centered. You can see the left there is bigger than the right, and it's just a little off-centered, unfortunately. You can see there's a bunch of stuff though, right? I know all day these. I want to spend like $230 on this card, and I know a 10 is going to net me 600 plus, hopefully. So, is there edge chipping? Yeah, some white edge chipping right there. No good. But these are auctions. Usually, I'm buying cards the lazy way. This card's also off. This is like the lazy way to do it, to be honest with you. Let's see. Let's look at ones that are not graded. This is for $220. Buy it now. I cannot see what this card looks like. This is a terrible picture. Who takes a picture like this? Sorry if you're listening to this. This card actually doesn't look bad. Even though this picture's terrible. Can't see anything. But this guy probably pulled this from a break. Maybe. Looks pretty good. This guy's actually pretty on point with the price. Let's see if he grades cards. I'm always a little skeptical when something sounds too good to be true, right? Gotta be. He probably doesn't grade cards. There's 110 here. Oh, this is the shoe my company wears. If we need, we could buy. And this guy. I need a better picture. So this is someone I can message. And like, honestly, if the pictures were better, I would just buy this on spot. But I'm not gonna. This guy's also cheap. 210. Why are they so cheap? What's the catch? What's the catch? Pulled and put into a penny sleeve and top loader. Oh, yeah, it's off-centered. The top here, too big for the bottom. No good. No good. But cool. If there's no other callers, hopefully it seems like I did my job and I answered everyone's questions. If you have interest in, making money with sports cards and specifically at card shows and the National Card Show, there's a free PDF below. Like I said, as you guys could probably tell, I'm on a mission to give as much free, valuable content as possible because it's actually in my best interest. I have a program to sell, which I obviously do. And the more free value I am able to give, the more results I'm able to get. People end up purchasing our program. There's a free PDF below, no strings attached. Go click it, like, comment, subscribe, say hi to me at the National Card Show. If you see me, I'll see you there.